Hello friends, I am from Biology faculty of QLS Academy. Today we are going to learn about tissues. I am sure you will all enjoy today's learning. Let's start with our lesson of today. In this lesson, we will learn what are tissues, comparison between plant and animal tissues, plant tissues and its types, meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Now let's start with our lesson. Living cells are found everywhere on this planet unless the area is sterile, that is area is free from any living organism, मतलब कि वहाँ कोई भी एक भी living organism present नहीं होगा. अगर हम अपना हाथ सामने रखे डेस्क पर भी रखेंगे, the wooden desk in front of us is even made up of cells, but they are actually dead cells. Living cells are also found in extreme conditions like hot volcanic vents in the ocean floor and the very cold parts of the planet. Some organisms are composed of only one cell. कुछ organisms सिर्फ एक सेल के बने होते हैं. This group includes bacteria जो इतनी जल्दी डिवाइड करते हैं कि वो एक सेल ना दिखकर ग्रुप ऑफ सेल्स मतलब कॉलोनी के जैसे दिखते हैं. Another group of single cell organism includes paramecium and amoeba, which are rather large. In multicellular organisms like us, we have different organs which perform different specific functions. For example, heart pumps blood, lungs helps in breathing, blood helps in the transport of different materials throughout the body. Similarly, plants have vascular structures which helps in the transport of food and water in different parts of the plant. We know that cells are the building blocks of an organism. In multi-celled organisms, specialized cells performing the same functions are organized into a group and are called as tissues. Group of cells जो एक function perform करते हैं उनको हम tissues बोलते हैं. Now, you may ask, why tissues are important? It's simple. Tissues are what make up our bodies. Everything from our bones to organs like our heart and brain are all made up of tissues. क्या आपको पता है हमारा blood भी एक kind of tissue ही है? Examples of tissues from plant include photosynthetic and water conducting tissues. Examples of tissues from animals include muscle tissues and brain tissues. Specific tissue form a structural and functional unit called as organ. एक जैसे tissue मिलकर organ बनाते हैं. A leaf is an example of organ in the plant. Similarly, stomach and heart are examples of organ in humans. Organs working together form an organisms. Now, are plants and animals made up of same type of tissues? क्या plants और animals एक जैसे tissues से बनते हैं? Now you might wonder, how can we compare plants and animals since one is stationary and latter moves from place to place? Animals एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाते हैं. Now we can certainly compare plants and animals since both are made up of cells. दोनों ही cells से बने होते हैं इसलिए हम उन दोनों को compare कर सकते हैं. First, let's talk about plants. Plants are stationary. वो हमारी तरह एक place से दूसरी place नहीं जा सकते. हमारे जैसे उन्हें ज़्यादा energy की ज़रूरत नहीं होती. They have more dead cells and they produce their own food. On the other hand, animals are mobile. हम एक प्लेस से दूसरी प्लेस मूव करते हैं. हम ज़्यादा काम करते हैं इसलिए हमें एनर्जी की भी ज़्यादा ज़रूरत पड़ती है. We have more living cells but we cannot produce our own food. Hence, we are dependent on plants for food directly or indirectly. From the differences, we can conclude that the structural organization in animal is far more complex than in plants. Now, let's first talk about plant tissues. Plant tissues. अगर हमें अपना ड्रीम हाउस बनाना है तो हमें किस किस चीज़ों की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी? ईट और सीमेंट के अलावा वी नीड टू कंसिडर एनर्जी सोर्सेज, थर्मल रेगुलेशन, सिक्योरिटी, वेस्ट डिस्पोजल एंड मेनी मोर अदर थिंग्स. Plants also need to consider the same factors before they build their bodily structures. Plants are typically made up of roots, stems and leaves. All these parts are made up of different types of tissues. It is important that for each type of tissues, you need to understand where it is located, वो कहाँ located है, what is key structural features and how these relate to their functions, how each tissue type looks under a microscope and how to draw biological diagrams of each structure. Now, plant tissues are broadly divided into meristematic tissue and permanent tissues. Permanent tissues are further divided into simple tissue and complex tissue, about which we will learn later. Meristematic tissue. Think for a moment about a new unprogrammed computer. It is like a blank slate. मतलब वो एक blank slate की तरह है जिसमें हम कुछ भी लिख सकते हैं. Similarly, an unprogrammed computer can potentially run any type of program. But once you install an operating system, the computer can only execute programs compatible with that system. Meristematic tissue is like an unprogrammed computer. It is made up of cells that haven't been assigned any role within the plant, or we call as undifferentiated cells. अब हमने वर्ड यूज़ किया अनडिफरेंशिएटेड सेल्स. अनडिफरेंशिएटेड सेल्स मतलब वो सेल्स जो स्पेसिफिक फंक्शन परफॉर्म नहीं करते हैं. These cells could do anything and be anything, just like that blank computer. Once a cell's role is assigned, though, just like when the computer is programmed, its functions become limited. One of the natural phenomena is the continuous increase in the size of the plant and production of new organs, at least during some stage of their life. ये आप में से बहुत से स्टूडेंट ने नोटिस किया होगा कि गार्डन में बहुत पहले जो प्लांट आपसे छोटा था वो आज आपसे हाइट में ज़्यादा है, बड़ा हो चुका है. कभी आपने ये सोचा कि ये कैसे हुआ? प्लांट्स जनरली ग्रो where the meristematic tissues is present. Now what exactly are meristematic tissue and what is their role in plant growth? Meristematic tissues are a group of young cells that are in continuous state of division. Meristematic cells continuously divide करते हैं. Now let's perform an activity to understand this better. Take 2 glass jars filled with water. Now take 2 onion bulbs and place them on each jar and label them as jar 1 and jar 2. फिर हम root की growth continuously 3 days तक notice करेंगे. Now we cut the root tip of onion bulb in jar 2 by 1 centimeter. फिर से हम रूट की ग्रोथ कंटिन्यूसली 5 डेज तक नोटिस करेंगे एंड देन वी मेजर द रूट लेंथ. नाउ वी मस्ट आस्क आवरसेल्व्स द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चंस. Which of the 2 onions has longer roots and why? Do the roots continue growing even after we have removed their tips? Why would the tips stop growing in jar 2 after we have cut them? Now let's try to find out the answer to these questions. You might have seen that only some portion of the plants grow. This is because these portions actually have meristematic tissues which have actively dividing cells. Meristematic cells are generally present in the tips of the roots and shoots. Now depending on the location, meristematic tissue can be further divided into apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. Now first let's talk about apical meristem. It is the meristem present at the tip of the root and stem, commonly called as root apex and shoot apex respectively. ये वो मेरिस्टेम है जो रूट टिप्स और या फिर स्टेम के टिप्स में मिलेंगे. The definition is easy to remember when you break it down. An apex is the tip, the very end of something. Apical meristem causes the plant to grow up and down to get longer. This kind of growth is actually primary growth. Due to the activity of apical meristem, the plant body keeps increasing in its length. Apical meristem से plant की length बढ़ती है. Now such meristem constitute actively growing regions in the plant body. Now let's talk about lateral meristems. Some plants like people do not just grow up but they also grow out as well. This however is much different process in plants and humans. Plants that grow out like trees and other woody plants also contain a lateral meristem. It is the meristem that occur laterally parallel to the long axis of the plant body. It is responsible for increase in the girth, that is the circumference of the plant body. Now third and last is the intercalary meristem. It is particularly common at the nodal regions. Now you might be wondering what is a node. Now nodes are the joints on a stem where the buds, leaves and branching twigs originate. Node से plant की buds, leaves and twigs निकलते हैं, originate होते हैं. Now the intercalary meristem also contributes towards the increase in length as it brings about elongation of the internodal regions. It is also responsible for the formation of branches at the nodal region. Thus, by studying all different types of meristems, we can point out the meristematic cells that have following characteristics. Number 1, the cells are relatively smaller in compared to mature cells. Cells का size mature cells से कम होगा. The cells are always compactly arranged without any intercellular space. Cells के बीच में intercellular space कम होता है, नहीं के बराबर होता है. The cells have a thin cell wall which is composed of only cellulose. Now meristematic cell में cell wall thin होती है, मतलब पतली होती है. The cell encloses a large amount of clear and transparent cytoplasm. Cell के अंदर cytoplasm की quantity ज़्यादा होती है. Hope you enjoyed today's learning. For any further information or you have any doubt, kindly go to the following link.